So, as I said before, we're in the woods. There's some wood I cut earlier. There we go, look at that, Blue Peter Special. There's Alfie, he's one of my glamorous assistants. And Daisy, I don't know where she's gone. Oh, there she is, she's next to him. So, as you can see by looking around, there's a few fallen trees. Now this is nothing compared to when you see one of the other videos I'm going to do, man. There's trees everywhere that have fallen down. Blown down in the storms of last year. What'd you do with them? I don't know. But never mind, we're going to work that out together. This is a team effort and you're all in, right? Now, get listening because I'm the boss. So, we'll walk down this lovely little path. Ooh, watch your dog having a peek. Walk down this lovely little path and you can see things I've started collecting. So these are the old things that they used to protect the trees from the deer when they planted them 30 odd years ago. Look, I've collected them all up because I'm thinking of the planet, and I'm going to chuck them in the bin and let them decompose in someone else's rubbish tip. Here we go, dog's found some rabbit poop, nice. So, as I said, I've been going around like cutting down a few trees and all that are already fallen. Don't worry, eco freaks, it's all right, it's all in control. And also what I've been doing is some other bits and pieces, look at that. So I'll explain these later because it's basically all part of this story that we're going to go through together. Oh, there we go. So we carry down on this little path. Here we go, look, more trees and, well, wood, that's it, there we go. So this is my workstation down here. This is where all the magic's been happening so far. Not really magic, but it's all worth a shot. So there we go, look at that. So that is a homemade workstation. No animals were harmed doing this and no wood was slaughtered. This is where it all began yesterday. So there we go, look, there we go, that's nice, isn't it? That's to hold the trees when I cut them. The other thing there is to hold the firewood when I cut that. Okay, so let's carry on a little walk. There we go. Now you can hear the busy road next to me. I'm sorry about that, but that's what makes part of this so magic, because you've got the noisy industrial bit over there, and then here it's like a little sanctuary. Great for your mental well-being and great for ficking. Yep, there we go. Look, there's Daisy. They've got a little stream there. I've made it a little feature. Look, that's nice, isn't it, eh? Look at that. And we've got a hippo. They're not obviously local to the area, but I thought I'd import the species to see if we can have a breeding program. There we go. So we carry on a little bit more, and as you start to get into it, you start to realise how many trees there are fallen. I mean, just take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Whoa, that's a lot of trees, man. Again, that's nothing, man. When we get into it, which is another video, so keep watching and subscribe and all that, you'll be blown away by the amount of trees that literally were blown away. Magic, huh? So, we'll come down here a bit. Sorry I keep saying oop, but I keep nearly falling over. So we'll come down here a little bit, and then what we'll do is we'll just take a little detour off the path. There we go, look, little detour. And look, you can see what I'm up against here. Lovely straight trees that have fallen. Look at them. Again, this is just scratching the surface. So go back onto the main path. Hey! Sorry, just the dog. Come on! Off. Look at that, eh? Eating grass, tip the clippy. Right, so we walk down this little track, which I've been developing as we go. Again, no tarmac or nothing, just natural products found around. There we go, trying to do it all on a cheap and all environmentally friendly. You think, oh no, he's lying. That grey pipe, that's not environmentally friendly. Well, that's not true, because BT come and put our internet connection in and they threw that in the trees. So I took a bit that they threw away and I've used it for my own purpose. Great, huh? There we go. So we carry on the path. This path does stop, by the way. And there we go, we look around, it's nice, isn't it? You can see the busy road through there just about. Busy, busy, busy. And then we go a bit more, we're basically kind of skimming the edge. It's basically, this site is about 8 acres in total, and I would say there's probably at least 300 tons of fallen trees. And that's a lot. You see all these other videos of geezers, and birds obviously as well, that have all these smart tools to take all the gear out. I ain't got that. I've got a wheelbarrow, a spade, a couple of chainsaws, an axe, and my little milling machine thing, which fits onto the chainsaw. So how am I going to do this? I do not know. What am I going to do with it? I do not know. I could get big geezers in with machines and they'll come and take it all out, and then you make a little bit of money out of it, but you have to replant it within 2 years. I'm happy to replant it, but I don't have 10 grand to cover me in the 2 years. So it all has to be done by hand. There we go, some more trees. Look, fallen. The standing ones, they're definitely staying, because older trees are better for absorbing carbon from the air. There you go, that is my fact for the day. You might get another one as well if you're lucky. So we walk through this muddy little path, and here straight away we see a bit of a man-made structure. Look at that, eh? Beautiful. So this is put to allow accessibility for all. Well, me, so I don't get my feet wet, even though I'm wearing wellies. So we'll go down a bit more. There we go, see? It's not so bad this side on the right. See them plastic things holding the trees in? There we go, let's just zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in. Oh, there we go. See, they're basically just sitting there rotting. So I'm taking them out and throwing them in the bin. Go down a bit more, and there's another beautiful man-made structure across this gaping canyon. Dangerous, I know, but I'm gonna walk it. Are you ready? Sorted. Boom, oops, dog jumps it, easy. Not that bad, is it? And we get further down onto the kind of perimeter of the woods. As I say, it's not that bad round here, but once you get into the middle of it, oh man, just need to wait for the dog to repeat. There we go, sorry, excuse me, come on, move along. And we get into here. So from here, on the left-hand side, you can start to see the scale of the trees that have fallen. There's a lot of pine and spruce that have fallen, and obviously there's a fair few broadleaf, or AKA hardwoods, I think they're called, mixed in with them. But what do we do with it all? How do we do it? What's happening? Is there anything cool we can make? We'll find out in another one. Any ideas greatly appreciated. Nothing too complicated. I'm not making a block of flats out of wood, so forget that one. Here we go. So at the moment, this is the end of the path. We will make this bigger, like longer, whatever, but for the moment it stops here, and then this will be in another episode where we do path making for beginners. It's all beginners for me because I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. There we go, look at that. So I'm going to plant some more trees in there, which I've already got, by the way, acquired from areas where they're just growing wild at the side of the road. No one wants them, so I've picked them up myself and I've brought them back, and they're going to go in here. We've already planted some, which I will take you to now. So follow me back down the path. Look at that lovely sunshine, eh? Beautiful up here, it is beautiful. Why would you want to live anywhere else apart from the Caribbean, Australia, and other hot places? There we go, very peaceful apart from me speaking. There we go, look, there's a big tree. Look at that bad boy, that's a big one. Now that is what you call a deciduous tree, because it loses its leaves in the winter. There we go. Up. Sorry, it's not me shouting at you, it's me shouting at the dogs. Right, there we go, and back across this lovely little path, and in a minute we're going to go to the new plantation area, which is planted with trees. Sort of trees, I don't know. There we go. Dog's just had some food. Back across here, look, beautiful. Can you hear the birds tweeting? Probably not, because I'm speaking, always speaking. Can't stop it, even in my sleep I speak. There we go, back up the muddy track, which we will improve, I must say, ladies and gentlemen, but not motorway standard, because this, I want to keep it nice and quiet and peaceful. So up we go past all these trees. Now I bet you're excited about the next video, because the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to go into there. We're going to go out in the middle, and you get to see the full extent of the size of the trees, because they're too heavy to lift, and also the amount of trees. It's a hell of a lot, and I really haven't got a clue what to do with them. I am new to all this game, but every day is a learning day. So here we go. Back down through. Loads of trees over there. So you can sell the wood to sawmills apparently, but the price they're offering is pretty poor. Because I did think about getting it all butchered, and I think you get about £10 a tonne, £13 a tonne back. Fencing's about 15 grand to fence the whole thing, so that's a no-go. And then tree planting, as I say, it's been estimated there's 2,500 trees required. 2,500 trees at £4 a tree. I'll let you work the maths on that, but it's a lot of money and it doesn't even come close to what I'd get back from the wood. Lots of nice little spots. For some reason I really like that spot. I'm going to build a little bench there. I don't know why. Still pretty noisy, but I like the sound of the water. Can you hear it? Probably not because I'm talking. Anyway, we go up, look. What do I do with that? That's called a hanging tree, I've learned from watching loads of YouTube videos of intelligent people. And the problem with cutting them is obviously you cut one and there might be something else resting of it. Also, you get tension and compression on the tree. So the compression is where the tree's squashing, maybe? Anyway, don't take what I say is gospel because I get a lot of it wrong. So there's no way any health and safety coverage in this. This is all done at your own doings. More trees, look at that. Oh, and can you hear the road again? Look, big lorry. So they're emitting carbon, but my trees are sucking it up. Good for them. Well done, boys. Keep up the good work, and girls. So we go back and we're starting to head where I've done a little bit of planting. Now, again, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've got some trees, got some stakes, I dug a hole, I chucked the trees in, and I put a stake next to it so I know where the tree is. That is my knowledge. You will see a video on this that I've done before, and I'm still quite actually amazed that I haven't really sworn yet. So, good for me and good for the trees. There we go. So, what I'd like to do is maybe put a few more trees around here so we can get, because in the summer or spring, all the trees, well, even though they're mostly pine, we'll get a bit of coverage on them, and that will then block out the noise a little bit. So here we go, here's a planted tree, look. I think that's the spruce. There we go. Planted. I should have things around them to stop the deer from getting them, but I haven't. Look, and there's when we cut wood that I've done earlier, but again, that's my chainsaw milling, which is in a separate video. Beautiful though. So we're nearly at the end of the walk, so I need to get back to the house to do a bit of work. But we're nearly, and when we get there, we'll then do another video later on this afternoon, and then you can see the full extent of the tree damage. But as you can see, it's pretty bad, isn't it? A lot of stuff that needs tidied up. I've been making piles of stuff, don't know what to do with them. Don't really want to burn them. But come on. Dog sniffing out rabbits. Good bit of firewood. But see, if I made it all into firewood, I'll be burning fires for the next 5,000 years. I do, however, wouldn't mind making a tree house. Not that I've ever made one before, but look at that bad boy. We have seen the Northern Lights from the garden of the house a year ago, and then it got too cold, so we leant out the window and watched it with a gin and tonic. But I thought about making a nice little platform up there, and you could go up there and you could sit, watch the birds, chill out, not have a beer maybe, it might be a bit dangerous, but just enjoy the peacefulness, although you hear the road, not that peaceful. So anyway, we carry back along the path where you see that it's a pallet. Now, that pallet didn't grow there. I know that, you know that. I've put it there to stamp me wood. Just haven't put me wood on it yet. There you go, there's the wood. But I have done with that one, but it's just squished the pallet. Big tree, don't know how I'm going to cut, look at that. How are you going to get rid of that? Look at the sides of it. But it needs to come down really, because you need like light and all that to get to the little trees you're going to plant. So, after that, we're going to go back, here we go. That's another tree I planted. I think that's a, ooh. Ain't a larch, I don't think. I don't know, but that's a tree. Look, see? Tree. I planted that. It's obviously quite big, but it hasn't really grown much. I took it out of the ground like that. No, I didn't steal it. They were growing wild at the side of the road. There we go, look. There's a conifer. There's another little beauty planted there. So we will continue on our merry way. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to take a shortcut. So we're going to go across here. Another little bridge I've made, see? What a great idea these are. Just get a tree to cut it in half with a chainsaw. Look, there we go. Nice and solid. Highly recommended. Probably not wheelchair access is available, so apologies for disabled people. Can't really help you out here. Would love to, but I just don't feel I can. Anyway, look, there we go. See how nice it is though? You must feel relaxed already. Apart from listening to me, you can put it on mute if you want. You must feel relaxed because this is lovely and therapeutic. Here we go, look at this. More trees. Trees, 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 trees. There we go, look, and here's some I prepared earlier. Look, cut them. tidied up, got me piles of rubbish, and there's my firewood. Also, I've got this big long bad boy that I'm going to mill with a chainsaw to try and get some planks out of it. I'm not very good at that, but again, every day is a learning day. This bridge ain't so good, but we'll go across it anyway. We lost one of the dogs and all. So, just in case people wonder, I do pick up their poop. It's disgusting that you leave it. Here we go, back through this. Now this is all going to grow up nicely because there's lots of this. I don't know if this is honeysuckle. Is that honeysuckle? Anyway, it's nice and it grows up nicely in the summer. You also get lots of blackberries, wild strawberries. No, not wild strawberries, wild raspberries, sorry. And other stuff in here. My mate Peter has come up with a few good ideas of things that we can try and do in the woods, such as, I can't tell you, man, it's top secret. But I would like to make my own wine, jam, all that sort of stuff. I even thought about bees, but I don't know if they live in the woods. I would have thought they would do, because that would just be weird if they didn't. So we can go down to this little bit down here. Another pallet, yes. I put that there to collect my cut wood. Just don't cut it yet. And as you can see, fallen trees everywhere. I mean, look at that. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't have a tractor, I just have a big pair of hands and massive feet. So trying to get, oh, that's quite a good little spot. So trying to get all of this sort of stuff out is going to be an absolute nightmare. Hence, I thought milling and do it on the spot, because then it'll be lighter to take out. See? Look at that though. Massive. And we've still got some standing. Now my problem about the harvest geezers coming in is they'll just come and wipe out all of these and all. I want to keep them going. I want to get something. I don't want it flat, planted with new trees. I want a little bit of the old trees still living there. It's an absolute nightmare to get through. But in our next video we'll explore that. So get ready. Keep your finger pushed ready for the button to watch it, because it'll be exciting. Just before I go, on a note of the wildlife you get in here, you get red squirrels, which haven't been around as much. I think the tree scared them off, but they're still there. Red squirrels, I saw a badger the other day, rabbits, crows, crows, and you do get buzzards, owls, and all that sort of stuff. So at night time, it's its own little different world and all. There we go, and these two dogs are loving it. Are you loving it, guys? Loving it? Loving it, loving it, loving it. See? Good boy. This is Alfie, by the way. Say hello, Alfie. He's 6, maybe 5, can't remember. And then there's Daisy. She's, ooh, how old are you, Daisy? She's 9, I think. There we go. And we're hand feeding him because he, well, makes he follows you around. Anyway, sorry, mate. Right, so we go back up here. Again, bear in mind all the trees and start thinking of ideas. What should we do? How do we get on with this? What's the plan? Any ideas? Send them on a stamped addressed envelope too. There we go. Back up. Nice little green bit. I am going to make a little shed thing, little work hut, so that I can either store wood in it and obviously keep the tools in it, just keep it away from the thieving gits. But this is quite an exciting little venture, and I must say, I can't wait. What we'll do is we'll do this last little bit of walk here. Come on. Down this little track. Is that real? No, it's dead. I've been putting my grass cuttings. Down here we go. But in it nice and peaceful, eh? Do you feel relaxed? Because I do. So there's also another tree in here which I've been tackling a couple of Sundays ago, but again, you always need to consider your safety. I had my helmet on, but I didn't have my visor down stupidly because I knocked it off on a branch. Boom, straight in the eye. What an idiot. So don't take any of my safety advice. Use that from the professionals. But it's just so much wood. What on earth do you do with it all? Okay, so what I try and do is cut down any fallen trees around the edge, and then the ground will grow up, so at least in the spring / summer it'll look better than what it actually does. So here's a massive pile of firewood, big tree, more fallen trees. Anyway, we're going to bail out here and then get ready for my next video. We'll also do ones on chainsaw milling. Wondering if that's the way best way to sharpen a chainsaw, using an axe. But as I say, none of it is particularly safe. So don't watch me, watch someone else that knows what they're doing. Here we go. This is me coming out onto the road that goes to Ella. And there you go. All the way down there, all the way to the end of the road is the woods on the right hand side. Thank you for listening and get ready for my next one. Thank you very much. Love you. Bye bye.